Welcome to Learning Life Content. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. Your support helps us grow and motivates us to bring you more fascinating and enriching stories. Throughout the annals of history, humankind has harbored a peculiar and enduring fascination with boundaries, both visible and invisible. We have meticulously carved lines into the very earth, erected towering and formidable structures, and even designated invisible demarcations, all in the name of separation and distinction. These boundaries, often manifested as imposing border walls, stand as silent sentinels to our complex relationship with territory, identity, and the ever-present desire for security and control. From the rugged and treacherous mountain passes of ancient China to the bustling heart of a once divided Europe, border walls have borne witness to the rise and fall of empires, the clash of ideologies, and the enduring human spirit yearning for connection and freedom. Today, we embark on an enlightening journey to explore 7 of the most iconic border walls ever constructed, delving deeply into their historical context, their profound impact on the surrounding landscape and people, and their enduring legacy as symbols of both division and, perhaps surprisingly, human ingenuity. Join me as we traverse continents and centuries to uncover the intricate stories etched into the very fabric of these barriers of history. Throughout the vast expanse of history, border walls have been erected to define territories, protect nations, and symbolize divisions that have shaped the course of human events. Today, we take a journey through 7 of the most famous border walls that have indelibly shaped our world. Our journey commences amidst the awe-inspiring and majestic landscapes of China, where an immense and serpentine structure of stone meanders its way across formidable mountains, arid deserts and verdant grasslands. This is the Great Wall, an enduring testament to human ambition, ingenuity, and the perpetual struggle for security and sovereignty. Extending over an astonishing 13,000 miles, its construction spanned numerous centuries, with successive emperors and dynasties dedicating vast resources and immense manpower to this monumental endeavour. Envision, if you will, the back-breaking toil of countless labourers hauling massive stones, bricks and earth, all without the benefit of modern machinery, their sweat and determination etched into every inch of this colossal structure. The sheer scale of this project is nothing short of staggering, a testament to the unwavering determination of an empire to safeguard its borders from the relentless incursions of nomadic invaders, particularly the formidable Mongol horsemen who posed a constant threat from the north. The Great Wall, however, is not a singular, unbroken barrier, but rather a series of fortifications constructed and reconstructed over the centuries, each layer bearing silent witness to a different chapter in China's tumultuous and storied history. We observe watchtowers perched precariously atop rugged peaks, their stone sentinels gazing out over a vast and unforgiving terrain, ever vigilant against the encroaching threats. These towers served as vital communication hubs, enabling soldiers to relay urgent messages and warnings through the use of smoke signals and fire beacons, a primitive yet effective means of communication. As we traverse the wall's meandering path, we encounter crumbling ramparts, their stones eroded by the relentless march of time and the unforgiving elements, a poignant reminder of the wall's enduring legacy and the passage of centuries. Our journey now takes us to the very heart of Europe, to a city that once stood as a stark and poignant symbol of division, Berlin. Here, amidst the bustling streets and vibrant culture, a deep scar remained for almost 3 decades. A formidable concrete barrier that sliced through the very heart of the city, dividing families, friends, and indeed an entire nation. The Berlin Wall, erected in the year 1961, was far more than just a physical barrier. It was a manifestation of the intense ideological struggle that gripped the world in the aftermath of the Second World War. It stood as a tangible representation of the Iron Curtain, a line that separated East from West, communism from capitalism and hope from despair. Imagine, if you will, the tension, the fear, the overwhelming despair that permeated daily life as barbed wire fences gave way to towering concrete walls, patrolled by armed guards with orders to shoot to kill. The wall became a symbol of oppression, a desperate attempt to stem the tide of East Germans fleeing to the West in search of freedom and opportunity. Families were cruelly torn apart, separated by this imposing and unyielding barrier. People were forced to communicate with their loved ones through cracks in the wall, or risk their very lives attempting to cross the heavily guarded death strip that separated East from West. We see harrowing images of daring escapes, tunnels dug under the cover of darkness, and families reunited after years of heart-wrenching separation. But the indomitable human spirit, much like nature itself, finds a way. Despite the ever-present threat of violence, acts of defiance and hope emerged, shining like beacons in the darkness. Graffiti artists transformed the western side of the wall into a vibrant and defiant canvas of protest and expression. Our journey now takes us to a region steeped in the annals of history, a land where ancient faiths intertwine and conflict has cast a long, enduring shadow. The West Bank Barrier, a stark and poignant reminder of the complexities and tribulations of this troubled region. Unlike the imposing stone ramparts of the Great Wall of China or the formidable concrete divide of the Berlin Wall, the West Bank Barrier is a patchwork quilt of fences, towering concrete walls, deep trenches and numerous military checkpoints. It sinuously snakes its way through the undulating landscape, at times adhering to the pre-1967 Green Line and at other times deviating sharply, creating both a physical and psychological barrier between Israelis and Palestinians. Proponents of the barrier argue fervently that it is indispensable for security, a necessary and vital measure to thwart and prevent terrorist attacks. They point to a significant decrease in suicide bombings and acts of violence within Israel since its construction commenced in the year 2002. However, for the Palestinians, the barrier is perceived as a land grab, a symbol of occupation and oppression, an ever-present reminder of their plight. It cleaves through Palestinian communities, separates farmers from their ancestral lands, and severely restricts movement, engendering a profound sense of confinement and frustration. We witness the daily struggle of Palestinians as they navigate the labyrinthine checkpoints, waiting interminably for hours to cross for work, school, or to visit family. The barrier's impact on the Palestinian economy has been nothing short of devastating, isolating businesses, hindering trade, and contributing to a pervasive sense of hopelessness and despair. Our journey through the annals of border walls now brings us to the vast and varied landscapes of the Americas, where a barrier of a different nature stands, dividing not only nations, but also dreams and aspirations. Extending for hundreds of miles across the arid deserts and the rugged, unforgiving terrain of the US-Mexico border, this wall, much like the landscape it bisects, is a multifaceted and often paradoxical symbol. Unlike the grandiose fortifications of yesteryears, the US-Mexico border wall is a more contemporary construct, embodying the complexities of modern geopolitics. Sections of towering steel fencing, evocative of prison yards, dominate the landscape, while in other stretches, vehicle barriers and sophisticated surveillance technology create a more understated yet equally formidable deterrent. The avowed purpose of this formidable structure is to curb illegal immigration and to stem the tide of narcotics flowing into the United States. Advocates assert that it is an indispensable measure to safeguard national security and to protect American employment opportunities. We observe the myriad challenges faced by Border Patrol agents as they endeavour to secure this vast and porous frontier. A task rendered all the more arduous by the harsh terrain and the human desperation that compels individuals to cross illegally. However, detractors contend that the wall is both ineffective and exorbitantly costly, in addition to being environmentally detrimental. They highlight that it fails to address the underlying causes of migration, such as poverty and violence, and that it disrupts wildlife migration corridors and delicate ecosystems, causing irreparable harm to the natural world. Chapter 5. The Frozen Divide, the Korean Demilitarized Zone. Our journey now takes us to a peninsula riven by the tumultuous tides of history, a land where brother fought against brother, and the indelible wounds of war remain etched deep into the very fabric of the landscape. This is the Korean Demilitarized Zone, or DMZ, a buffer zone that has cleaved the Korean peninsula in twain for over 7 long decades. Established in the year 1953 at the cessation of the Korean War, the DMZ is a 2.5-mile-wide strip of land that meanders for 155 miles across the peninsula, a stark and unyielding scar on a land once united by shared history and culture. It is a place where time appears to stand still, a chilling and poignant reminder of the devastating consequences wrought by Cold War tensions. Unlike the imposing stone fortifications of antiquity or the concrete barriers of more recent times, the DMZ is a landscape imbued with a subtle yet pervasive menace. Barbed wire fences, treacherous minefields and vigilant watchtowers stretch as far as the eye can see, a constant and sobering reminder of the ever-present threat of renewed conflict. Within this desolate no-man's land, nature has slowly but surely reclaimed what mankind has so bitterly divided. Lush and verdant forests have sprung up where once there were battlefields, providing sanctuary for a surprising array of wildlife, including endangered species such as the majestic red-crowned crane and the elusive Amur leopard.
Chapter 6. A Partition's Legacy, the India-Pakistan Border. Our exploration of border walls now takes us to the Indian subcontinent, a land steeped in vibrant cultures, ancient traditions, and a history marked by both unity and division. This region, with its rich tapestry of life, has seen the rise and fall of empires, the blending of myriad cultures, and the indelible scars left by the tumultuous events of the 20th century. Here, in the year 1947, a seemingly innocuous line was drawn on a map known as the Radcliffe Line. This line, however, was far from simple. It cleaved a once unified nation into 2 distinct entities, giving birth to the independent states of India and Pakistan. The partition, which was intended to be a peaceful and orderly division, instead unleashed chaos and violence on an unprecedented scale. The subcontinent was engulfed in a maelstrom of fear, hatred, and bloodshed. Millions of souls were displaced, forced to abandon their ancestral homes in a desperate quest for safety and a new beginning. The human cost of this division was staggering, with families torn apart and communities uprooted. Communities that had coexisted for centuries were suddenly and violently torn asunder by religious strife, leaving deep and enduring scars that continue to affect the region to this very day. The India-Pakistan border, stretching for over 1,800 miles, stands as a testament to both the enduring tensions and the moments of celebration that define the relationship between these 2 nations. Heavily guarded by vigilant soldiers from both sides, this border is a stark reminder of the deep-seated mistrust and animosity that continues to plague relations between these 2 nuclear-armed neighbors. We now turn our attention to the Wagah border crossing, the sole road link between India and Pakistan. Here, each evening, a theatrical flag-lowering ceremony takes place, drawing crowds from both sides of the border. Soldiers from both nations, resplendent in their finest uniforms, perform elaborate drills, each movement meticulously choreographed to convey strength, discipline, and national pride. This daily ritual serves as a poignant reminder of the complex and often fraught relationship between these 2 neighboring countries.
Chapter 7. An Island Divided, the Cyprus Green Line. Our final destination takes us to a picturesque island nestled in the azure waters of the Mediterranean, a land steeped in history, adorned with ancient ruins and blessed with sun-drenched beaches. Yet beneath its serene beauty lies a tale of profound tragedy and enduring conflict. This is Cyprus, an island divided by a line hastily drawn in the tumultuous year of 1974, a line that continues to cast a long and sombre shadow over the land and its people. The Cyprus Green Line, established by the United Nations in the aftermath of the Turkish invasion, serves as a buffer zone, a demarcation that separates the Greek Cypriot-controlled south from the Turkish Cypriot-controlled north. It stands as a physical manifestation of the island's unresolved conflict, a stark and poignant reminder of the human cost of division and discord. Unlike the towering and imposing walls that dominate other conflict zones, the Green Line in Cyprus is a more subtle affair, its presence often understated yet deeply significant. In some areas, it is marked by barbed wire fences and guard posts, while in others, it is merely a line on a map, a silent separator of communities that were once closely intertwined. We journey to Nicosia, the last divided capital in Europe, where the Green Line cuts through the very heart of the city, separating families and friends, severing communities and disrupting lives in the most profound ways. We walk through the abandoned streets of the buffer zone, a haunting and evocative reminder of the violence and turmoil that once engulfed this island paradise. Despite the passage of time, the wounds of division remain deep and raw, a testament to the enduring impact of conflict and the long road to reconciliation. As our extensive journey through the annals of history and across the vast expanses of continents draws to a contemplative close, we are imbued with a profound sense of the enduring and multifaceted impact of border walls. These formidable barriers, constructed from brick and mortar, barbed wire and concrete, stand as stark and poignant reminders of the human capacity for both division and remarkable ingenuity. We have borne witness to the myriad ways in which these walls have cleaved nations asunder, separated families and ignited and perpetuated conflict. We have observed the profound human cost of these barriers, the palpable pain, the enduring suffering, and the lasting legacy of mistrust and animosity they so often leave in their wake. Yet amidst the shadows, we have also seen the indomitable resilience of the human spirit, the enduring capacity for hope, and the unwavering belief in a brighter, more harmonious future. We have witnessed the fall of walls, both physical and ideological, and the transformative power of reconciliation, forgiveness, and the human desire for unity. While these walls have defined and divided nations, they also serve as poignant reminders of the paramount importance of dialogue, mutual understanding, and the relentless pursuit of peace. As we reflect upon these barriers, let us collectively strive to build bridges instead of walls, fostering connections rather than divisions. Thank you for watching Learning Life content. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. Your support is invaluable, helping us grow and motivating us to bring you more fascinating and enriching stories.